What is the most NSW dare you have been given in a game of truth or dare? 16-year-old me was dared to kiss a girl on the nipple while in my truck. One other guy present. I did it and loved it. Man, that was a long time ago. To eat a girl out. I said sure. She said check back later. I didn't get it because teenage boys are the dumbest things on the planet. I have rather large boobs. I got dared to flash oncoming traffic when I was in high school, which I guess was doubly bad since I was underaged. Okay, Kathy. I think it was to strip naked and make 3 laps around my friend's dormitory. I'm usually pretty bold and would do these kinds of things, but I'd already gotten into some trouble for a similar dare and so I declined. Seems like the similar dare is the better story to tell us. I was 10, my parents had some couple friends over for dinner, 6 adults shooting the breeze. One of the couples had an older daughter, she was 14. There were other children over too, all between the ages of 8-14. We played truth or dare and she dared me to run into the living room, masturbating. We called it playing with yourself, yelling, yes, yes, yes in front of the adults. I did it and my parents were mortified. Please tell me your name is Morty. Can't quite remember if it was a game of truth or dare or spin the bottle. It was my one and only time playing though. I remember that much. Also, for a bit of context, I was extremely shy and just barely struggling to break out of my shell a bit. Also, everyone at this party had known me for years, so I was well known as the shy kid. One way or another I was dared to kiss one of the girls there. I was internally super excited, would have been my first kiss, but as soon as I came up a bunch of people seemingly chimed in on my behalf saying things like oh he doesn't want to do that, let him off the hook, etc. I of course said nothing to defend myself and the game went on without me. It was a mildly devastating experience. Dang. Dong blocked by your well-meaning friends. Was dared to suck my own dong. High school was weird. That happened to me in every political discussion I've ever had online. My friend dared me to strip 100% naked in front of everyone playing and give an oral presentation about why I am such a weird guy. Context: I'm a pretty weird guy, because he didn't think I would do it. I did it. They chose to look each other in the eyes than to bless their vision with my pale butt form. The frick. Story time. I was involved in this one, but wasn't actually dead. My first year of college, I went to a end of high school party that a friend was holding, who went to another school. My friend dared another girl at the party to sit on Big Region 114's face and tell him that you love him. My friend was a Monty Python fan. I had never met this girl before, but she seemed very friendly. The girl seemed really nervous, but agreed. So I laid down on the floor. I recall she asked me to close my eyes. She stood over my face and quickly lowered herself until her thigh briefly touched my cheek, then said I love you as fast as she could. She practically ran back to her seat. We were both fully clothed, and it wasn't like I could see up her shorts or anything, so I just figured she was really conservative. I laughed it off. Later that evening, after that game was finished, someone in the room told that same girl that she had to get naked, which she promptly did. Took off everything but her shoes in front of the whole room full of people. That was confusing. There was no alcohol at this party. CSB. I was dared to drink a shot glass full of my own CM. I agreed to do it if the hot girl would help me fill the glass. She refused. Smooth LOL. Good try at least. I got dared to get peed on by my friends. 2 of my male friends peed on me, 1 on each leg. I got into the hot tub with everyone after. That's some kinky crap. Get a deck of cards and a bottle. One player spins the bottle, but you shuffle the deck and deal out 1 card in front of the person the bottle chose, and 1 card in front of yourself. Depending what suit you each get, you put 2 parts together, if possible. Hearts equals mouth tongue, diamonds equals hands fingers, clubs equals boobs for women, balls for guys, spades equals genitals, face cards equals butt. Things escalate very quickly. You probably want to finish the bottle before you start. It's all fun and games until it's your turn and you realize all your friends sorted out every card but the diamonds. Holding hands while crying on the inside. A girl dared my good friend to follow her into the bathroom. She left and he dared me to go in his place. I did. She was disappointed. Then she made out with me to spite him. I felt used and I liked it. Win-win if you ask me. Personally, I are a gummy bear out of someone's belly button. Happened to a random dude I know. Someone dared him to put his dong through the hole in the middle of a CD. Apparently it fit. It's your boy skinny penis. I dared my at the time new BF to kiss a dude that had just arrived. He did. I also learned the next day that they were cousins. Roll Tide. I was around 9-11 years old, was at a girl from my class birthday party. A cute girl was dared to kiss me. She said I needed to go into the bathroom and turn off the lights. I did. Waited 5 minutes. None came. My door was then locked, poorly by a chair from the outside, so I got out, but all other kids had left. Once I got outside and found them, they laughed at me. Did you actually think she'll do that? So I just went and sat on their stone wall on the edge of their garden waiting for my mom to pick me up 2 hours later. None. Not even a parent missed me, even when they ate. After this I never went to a kid birthday party ever again. I guess it wasn't NSW, but it was extremely sad and scared me for years. Kids are shitheads. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Finally, my time to shine. Back when I was in high school, I went to a friend's house for a sleepover. We was about 13 at the time, and thought it would be fun to play truth or dare. As the night progressed, the dares got wilder and wilder. So wild that I dared him to moonie out the window. A moonie is where you show your ass out the window. He retaliated by daring me to sunny out the window. I'll leave that to your imagination. So being a willing competitor, I did the deed. Unfortunately, across the street was a nosy neighbor, who at that moment decided to look out her window. Much to her disgust, she witnessed a 15-year-old's dong and balls dangling out the bedroom window. She hurried over to report the crisis to my friend's mum, who then proceeded to tell me that there was a house of 13-year-old girls home alone who lo and behold witnessed the sun at nighttime. I was promptly sent home and was banned from returning to the house ever again. Finally, my time to shine. I see what you did there. I was dared to play with the darer's girlfriend's breasts. It ended in an awkward 3-way. She has perfect long pointy nipples though. Go on. Holy crap, reading this is insane. The only time I played this and it wasn't I don't know what you should do or do 10 push-ups. I was told to go over to a girl across the room and pet her head or something. I was 14 or 15. It caught me off guard and I refused. So seeing how everyone here was sucking dongs at this age is quite surreal. Thank you. I feel less lonely. Not done by me but done to me. In grade 6 a girl in my class was dead so suck me off on a bus home from a week-long school trip. I had my first, and until recently only, BJ on a school bus from a 12-year-old girl while my friends watched. And that's how I lost my teaching license. Suck at least one nipple from every person in this room. After an initial moment of mutual panic while the darer laughed maniacally, we all compromised for the sake of everyone's modesty and relationships, and decided I would suck female nipples from over the clothes and male nipples dead on. I had a lot of chest hair in my mouth after that. Good thing you dong nipples wasn't in that room. Not in a proper game of truth or dare, but my friend's GF dared me to go hit on her friend at a party. 3 minutes later she was sitting on my lap. 30 minutes later I was fricking her tea. I think there might have been some conspiratorial premeditation to that dare. You were being set up, only to be one-upped if the friend had a great set of tea and a penis. Play rock band while naked. In hindsight, that was disgusting because I just sat barest on the drum throne. In other hindsight, letting a girl I liked see my flaccid dong did not help anything there either. Because even when you're a 9-foot-tall Renaissance statue, a flaccid dong isn't appealing to anyone. In all fairness, if seeing your flaccid dong makes a chick less into you, that's kinda on her. I am in a relationship and this random guy at a party kept daring me to show him my nudes among various other things, knowing full well I was in a relationship. Got dared to suck a girl's nipple in front of like 10 other teenagers at an underage music club. She was cute and happy to offer her very perky boob for my dare. I did it after fumbling around, blind like a bat cause I closed my eyes for some dang reason and was probably bobbing my head like a freaking newborn puppy looking for milk while the whole group was giving me pointers. No, you're too low now, over to the right. Ugh. So much cringe. I'm getting red in the face thinking about it. You got the holy grail of dares and you fricked up, son. You disappoint us all. Nothing too crazy. We were a group of 3 girls, around 13 years old. Got dared to strip and walk around naked, then to kiss one of them on the lips. Honestly can't remember if I did the last one or backed out. By my standards it was a weird game. I was raised by really religious parents in a really religious country. I immigrated to the US right before my freshman year of college started. My first week of school, my roommate dared me to suck her boyfriend's dong. And then, not me but a girl in my town famously, or infamously, screwed her dog after being dared to in a game of Todd. What's weird is to know that the other players must have stuck around to watch. This raises a lot of questions for me, but to each his own, I guess. Had to go outside naked after a heavy snowstorm, go under a pine tree, then shake it as hard as I could for 15 seconds. It was cold. I was dared to lick mustard off of a girl's neck. Turns out she liked it, which explains why she chased me down a few weeks later and initiated a summer-long makeout session. That's how I got my first girlfriend. I was very confused about the whole experience. I had to suck my best friend's nipple. I was lucky because then I was a closeted homo and that experience that wasn't meant to be enjoyed was really enjoyed. Gay. Dared to suck my 11-year-old German Shepherd's dong when we were in 7th grade. One of the very few dares that I passed on. Good boy. Playing truth or dare with our basement crew of 12-18 people. Outside, by a fire pit with chairs, up a hill a little off a main street, behind some trees, next to a friend's house. The time for me to choose was fast approaching. Dare, of course. Pretty even mix of girls and guys, 16-20 age range. Dare, get naked and sit in the group circle for the rest of the game. No shame in my game. Rush off into the woods, get naked and casually walk back over to the group next to the fire. Jeering and laughs ensue. On to the next contestant. Couple people later and we see a flashlight heading up the hill from the house. We can't see who it is because the flashlight was pretty bright. Couple of us yell, thinking it was just another one of the group. Frick outta here with the bright light, no answer. Keeps walking up the hill towards us, seemingly blinding each of us directly as they approached us. At this point we are all basically telling them to frick off pretty loudly because they are blinding us with the light. It's 2 police officers. We all catch a glimpse of the uniform. The officer with a mag light aims it at the ground in front of him. Tells us to keep it down and stop using profanity. I think quickly, look to my right, reach over and snatch up some leaves to cover my peen. Should have thought again. Immediately the officer notices and shines his mag light on me. Insert shocked Pikachu JPEG. Officer, not even going to ask. Responded to a noise complaint. Yada yada. Keep it down or we'll be back. Exit. Officers. Enter. A lot of laughter. TL. DR. Chose dare. Get naked and sit with the group around the fire pit for the rest of the game. Cops show up and catch me covering myself with leaves. In a car. 3 girls, 1 guy and myself. The girl was dared to have me suck on her tea. I can say that to this day, she had arguably the best boobs ever. And then everyone got around on her tea too. I needed to drink water from someone's belly button. Needless to say, after my refusal I needed to drink a shot with vodka, ketchup and, I think, beans. Vodka, ketchup, and beans doesn't sound that bad. Not truth or dare, but a game called What Are the Odds. I had to walk into my friend's, we will call him Dave, room which had a girl naked in it, and pretend that I left my pencil on Dave's desk. She was an info who wanted to cheat on her boyfriend with Dave, but Dave didn't want to go through with it. The problem was that her friend, someone else in our building, told her without asking Dave, that Dave was down to do this. So Dave was psyching himself up in the bathroom. That is the reason I was asked the odd of doing it. Dave wasn't in the room. Dave's not here, man. Was once dared to strip and twerk in front of all my male friends. I'm a girl. A few even true dollar bills at me. It was a great night. Was dared to go into the girls' bathroom and pee in the sink. My female classmates saw me. Luckily I was famous in high school as the idiot who would take every dare, so most of them weren't surprised. Well, at least your reputation saved you. I got dared to do a little bit of incest. Got dared by a cousin that's really weird and probably jerks off in class. Needless to say, the game ended. I wasn't even 16 then. A threesome. I was a mobile application and it came randomly. I had to choose 2 persons in the group to do so. We ended passing that one, but that could have been hot. Cold-blooded. If someone dares you, you basically have to do it, or you'll lose rep. In high school a guy dared us to all go skinny dipping while camping. We did it. 8 years later, turns out he was gay and trying to cop a peek. Till people were having way more savage truth or dares than me and my friends, who would just dare each other to lick random gross stuff. The girl beside me dared me to pull out my junk. Then I dared her to grab it. Later she dared me to put it in her butt. I did. To pants my crush and eat her butt on the spot. The man was serious. Just some good old-fashioned sexual assault. Not happened to me but to my brother, and the NSW happened after the dare. So my brother was dared by a friend to jump in the fountain for 50 bucks. My brother was like LOL okay and did it. Friend who dared him stated thrusting his junk into my brother's butt saying here's your 50 bucks. Would like to note they were both fully clothed and 13. This is the most 13-year-old thing ever because A. It makes no sense. B. It was super gay. I once played a game of truth or dare with a woman I met on Craigslist. I dared her to stick an ice cube in her vagina and keep it then until it melted. The next time I chose dare, she dared me to masturbate my entire commute home. I drove to work by myself so this wasn't a problem. However, what she didn't realize was I had 1 hour commute to get home. I completed my dare. My hand was really cramped and I made a huge mess after I pulled into the driveway. A week later we hooked up in a hotel room. 10/10 would do again. Totally worth it. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.